it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another review. This time I am reviewing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up 4-player cabinet. Now you can pick these up at your local Walmart. They will cost you pretty much about $400. Fortunately, I didn't have to deal with that. And when you get this special version, it normally comes with the riser as well. This is a 4-player version, and honestly, right off the start, I'll have to say it does come with the plastic protector on the artwork here, so it doesn't scrub off. The overall length compared to what an actual arcade cabinet of Ninja Turtles would be is not really that much farther. Believe it or not, despite how it looks, you actually can play 4 players on this game. The only thing I'll have a problem with is the buttons aren't offset. Like anybody knows who's played this in the arcade, the buttons on the controller over here should be more offset than they are. Other than that, I've tried all 4 spots and it works. Now there are a couple key things that I'll pull the camera in close to show you in terms of detail of this particular model, of the upgrades that they have in this new next generation system. Now you do receive the riser with this. It's pretty much very easy to put together, just some screws and some bolts. It's actually pretty heavy duty, so I will say the riser is pretty decent quality. Now as you pan up and you'll see here, overall the artwork is fantastic. If I can actually get this a little bit closer. It does have the actual artwork on the cabinet top, and it does have the original artwork on there. Now naturally this is not a lit up marquee, which is a shame, but they seem to have a better printing process now. I don't know what they did. And the artwork on the side, if I can actually get to it, as you can see, it is a full-fledged recreation of the original arcade cabinet's artwork, which is very well done, honestly. Now there are some key features to actually point out involving this new system. First of all, it's got your standard issue trim. I have noticed a couple glaring issues with some of the artwork on the side. Nothing that isn't a major issue, but it's nitpicky for me. All in all, they seem to be a little bit more stable than the original versions, and since they extended it out so 4 players can actually play on this fairly easily, honestly, this is a really good system. I believe that they actually have upgraded it with a couple key instances. If you haven't noticed, there's no speakers spot here anymore. That's because now this thing actually has 2 speakers. They upgraded it to where they come out of the top up here, which is a little bit of different, more addition. When you're putting it together, it can be kind of a pain in the ass. But honestly, there's like a new wire that you have to run down through the back to plug into the main central computer for the new speakers that are up here. Now they're getting close to actually having lighted marquees. I mean, that's probably going to be the next generation. I know their Golden Tee one has it. I'm just kind of surprised the new ones don't. But other than that, you put it together the same way as the original ones are. But how does the game play and how does it sound? Well, let's see. Now, one thing you'll notice right from the start is in the game select screen, it does play music. This game comes with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game and the arcade version of Turtles in Time. All in all, it's not bad. As you can see here with the overall setup with it, you do have your jump and attack buttons with all of the main characters and all of the artwork. But let's go ahead and actually, the other thing I got to point out, which is interesting, is the volume button no longer is a switch that just turns on and off. It actually will adjust the volume. By pressing it, you can actually turn the volume up. So, and by holding it, you can turn it down. So it's no longer an on and off, it's an on and off switch, which is really kind of odd. But let's go ahead and start this out here. Now I have noticed in order to actually pick a game, you have to actually use the first controller, the first joystick. Now these joysticks do seem to have the 8 ways. You can hear them clicky, which isn't bad. So let's pick this one. Now, once you actually start the game up and it loads, then from there you can play whatever turtle you want to play. It does have the original opening. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I have noticed there's a remix with that song. That's not how the original song went. I mean, I don't know why they changed it, but they did. But as you can see, graphically, it's the arcade game. They did not do anything wrong with that. They nailed it pretty much perfect. It's got all the openings to everything. And all in all, it's a pretty nice system. Now, I have noticed also it does actually save your high scores, which is always a plus. I don't know why they had to change the music at the beginning. They remixed it or something. But as you can see, it is the original arcade game, which is fantastic. And at any time, if you want to go back to the original, you just hold the button down, and it will take you back after a couple seconds, and then you can select your game again. Why you have to actually do it with the first joystick is beyond me, though. But let's pick Turtles in Time. Winners don't use drugs. Yeah. Like I said, the original artwork on the marquee and everything. So, I mean, it's pretty cool if you've never actually got to play the original arcade game, at least Turtles in Time. I played the Super Nintendo version. I never got to play the actual arcade version, so it's nice to actually play that. Turtles in Time! And if you look at the artwork on the side of, they got a pretty much good rendition of the artwork with the original April O'Neil actress. So they did do a good job. A lot of people were like, I don't know how they can possibly do this because Konami don't own the rights to Ninja Turtles anymore. Well, it's very simple how they did it. They just paid Nickelodeon some fat stacks of cash and they got the rights to it, which I kind of figured. And like I said, it comes with the marquee that you have to put together. And all in all, it is actually a pretty good system. Let's see, it does save your high scores and everything. And I think it's about $50+ more for this particular model. So it's going to set you back about $400. About $420, $430 total with taxes in and out the door. And it does only have regular Ninja Turtles and Turtles in Time. So if you're wanting one of these cabinets to actually have more than one game, well, more than two games, this ain't going to be it. Now, I will have to point out also, if you can't see this, the artwork that they have on here, they seem to do a different way of printing it now to where it seems a lot better. I mean, honestly, I like it. And but let's go ahead and actually play this game and see if it's any good or not. And I'm going to play as Donatello. He's always been one of my favorites, so press the start button. Teenage Mutant copyright song. Gotta sing over it, a copyright song. Sorry about that. Honestly, it plays very well. I'm not noticing too much of a delay in it in terms of the buttons. Now, my final verdict on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up cabinet is it seems to show a lot of improvements over their previous generations in just about every way. First of all, you get your cover to keep the artwork from being messed up in any way. I like what they did with the volume control, where it's not just a switch of on, medium, and high. Now it's a volume control that you can actually adjust by holding, which is really well done. I like that. I like the addition of having two speakers instead of just one down here. It seems to add a little bit more punch, a little bit more bass to it. And I love the overall visual quality of the LCD screen. They seem to have the resolution set just right with the color balance to where it looks great. I don't know why they had to use a remix song for the Ninja Turtles game. That's kind of odd. But in the end, with the artwork, the way they print it seems a lot better. The durability of these cases, these cabinets, seems greatly improved. And you can successfully play this game with 4 people with really not that much of a hassle. I thought there'd be more hassle, but there's actually not. The hardest part is if you're playing over here is the angle of seeing the screen. But other than that, I was able to play this with 4 people, no problem at all. And the fact that you get this along with the riser and also some nice additions show the Arcade 1-Up is actually listening to the fan base and creating better quality products. I'm glad I've got this system, and I can't wait to add it to the rest of my collection for my nice little arcade that I got going on. And in the end, this was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave in the comments below if you plan on getting one of these Arcade 1-Up cabinets and what you think about them. And now keep in mind, this is a niche market for these. If you want to, you can always go get a Raspberry Pi with every game dumped on it. But this is for the aesthetic of actually having a miniature version of an arcade machine that you can pick up and carry if you need to, compared to an actual real one that weighs well over 300 pounds. And for both these games, which are fan favorites, I hands down would have to say, I wish these were cheaper, but I still think they're actually worth the price, and I do like them. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below, and remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.